Mad Dog. Happy New Year, Mad Dog. Happy 2026. How you doing, girl? You about to go back to classes? Thank you for that thumbs up, girl. I took me a end of the year holiday break, and girl, it felt so good. Cause you might take a break a day or two out of the week, but when you take about 2 weeks, oh my gosh, it feels so good to take like about 2 weeks off of here. And then it's like you're like, girl, like the first, let me see, not even the first day, because it's like, you can skip a day or two and you don't even miss nothing about social media. But then like the third or fourth day, my notifications, turn your notifications off. I go look at my notifications and it's the same old, same old. Some of these people never take a break. Like, never take a break. Like, do you go on vacation? Do you enjoy the holidays? Do you just spend time with you, or do you keep your thumb on the screen? You keep your thumb on the screen. You keep the phone in your hand. You keep the laptop in front of you, looking, lurking. Out of 2025 into 2026. Thank y'all for those thumbs up. Real soon. Listen, but you're closer to the finish line. You're closer to the finish line. Let me tell you, you're going to look back on, when you get done, Mad Dog, you're going to look back on these days, you're going to be like, I'm done already. You're going to be like, I'm finished already. Oh, man. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to probably miss it. Right now, you're probably thinking, I'm not going to miss school. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, believe it or not, you're probably going to miss it. Miss school. Every time I've ever finished a degree, I look back over the time that it took me to get the degree. Or it doesn't have to be a degree. It can be a certification or something like that. I look back over the time it takes me to get it. And then I look back over the time, because when you're in school, you're making new acquaintances. Sometimes you make new friends. You're meeting new professors. You're networking. You're meeting people who can help you get a job. All that stuff, resource centers, all that stuff. And so when you get out and you're done, girl, you start to look back and you be like, I kind of miss some of those resources. No, I don't think people can survive without being on social media these days. They can't. Mad Dog. Can't. Look, can't, cannot, can't. Oh my gosh. And honestly, I can understand why. Because for some people, it is their job. Like, they do make a good living off of social media, or they make a good additional income. It's good additional income. But some of these people that can't stay off of here don't make nothing. Don't make nothing. And then it's like, once you get it, to maintain it and keep it, they'll let you maintain it for a while. As soon as you fall below a certain set of standards or requirements, they start to bug you about keeping them. Like, anybody got time for that? And then you start to venture off and you see that there are other outlets where you can make just as much money faster. But it's faster. So you're making more, actually. What you wait on for that monthly pay, you can go somewhere else and get it like every couple of weeks. And it be social media related. But then you got these people out here who will they'll lose their whole dang on mind trying to stay on here. Doing the same thing in 2026 I saw yesterday that they was doing in 2025. I said, no wonder some people say they don't make New Year's resolutions. Because they know their ass ain't trying to be no better. They know they're not trying to be any better. That's why they don't make New Year's resolutions. They don't care to be better. That's why I put focus on your own goals. Focus on your own goals. Girl, they be out here on this social media looking for every nook and cranny, every turn and leap and jump they can see everywhere else. And seeing how they can apply. It's good to see how you can apply positive things to your life. But it's not good to be stuck. To be stuck. Y'all, we pulling this hill. We pulling this hill. We gotta walk and talk. We gotta walk and talk up the hills. We're gonna go back to hill days too. Cause I still do one day a week where I'm doing nothing but hills. But I like to do that by myself. I've done it on here a couple of times. So whenever I get to this hill, we always pull this one. But then we got a grassy hill that we pull every day. Just to get a little bit more resistance. A little bit more resistance. Because sometimes people really think they be pulling hills. Have y'all noticed that already it's not getting dark as early? It's not getting dark as early. Listen, when that time first changes, when it first falls back, oh my gosh, it gets dark extremely early. Extremely early. When it first falls back. But that lasts for probably like that lasted, what? Time fell back in November. It lasted over a month. And it still gets dark early. But I have noticed that it's not quite as early as it was when the time first went back. Not quite as early as when the time first went back. So, we still want to take the positive things into 2026. We still want you guys to look at the legs move. Right? Your left, right, left, right, left. Still look at the legs move. Still one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Get up and move. Get up and move something. Move those legs. Get up and dance. Get up and walk. Get up and jog. Get up and run. Skip. Hop. Jump rope. Go swimming. If it's cold outside, swim indoors. If it's hot outside, swim outside. We got the Christmas trees out on the side of the street to be picked up by the garbage people. So let me know in the comments if you guys happen to catch this replay, or if you happen to hear me now. Have you taken your Christmas trees down? Have you taken your decorations down? Or are you one of those people who are going to leave your tree up year round? And every holiday, you're going to decorate your tree. See, that's a cute idea, but I think of a tree, Christmas tree for Christmas time. What are you going to have, a Valentine's Day tree? Society does so much. Society be doing too much. A Valentine's Day tree, a St. Patrick's Day tree, a tax day tree, but get a tree and decorate it with money and decorations. A Memorial Day tree with some stuff on it referencing Memorial Day. Juneteenth, July 4th, and on and on. And next thing you know, it's Christmas again. See, I feel like when you do things like that, that's part of the reason you find yourself saying the year's rushing by. The year's rushing by. Stop rushing it. We're still going to tell you, stop pushing. Stop rushing time. Soak it up. Enjoy it. Let the holidays be what the holidays are. Christmas trees are for Christmas time. Oh, this looks different. I don't know if this is a phone update. I don't know what this is. I ain't been out here for 2 weeks. And things look different. I I'm just realizing it looks different on my phone. I don't want to touch the wrong thing. I don't want to touch the wrong thing. I don't want to touch the wrong thing, so I'm going to leave it alone. Because it looks different on my phone. So I don't know if that's a phone update or a YouTube update. I don't know. But I know we're still moving. Move from 2025 into 2026. Keep moving. Keep on moving from 2025 into 2026. Some things gonna stay the same. Y'all know I can be silly and a little petty. That's gotta stay the same. Especially when you realize people ain't gonna change. They don't need to change. They just need to find their own goals. Be their own person. Your ripe old age of an adult, be your own self. Everything I say shouldn't have to be the next thing you start to say out of your mouth. Everything I do shouldn't be the next thing that, oh, I used to do that. I like to do that too. Why should I be your reminder of what you used to do? If it was true to you, I don't have to remind you of anything. If it was true to you and you were true to what you were doing, somebody else doesn't have to remind you. It'll always come back to you. You don't have to be reminded. You don't have to find yourself trying to race and do it first. So it can look like you usually do it. And then every other time the situation pops up, you're slack again. Stop being slack. Focus on your goals. Stick to your goals. And if you find that you're falling behind, that's all right. Make sure you're not falling behind because, you're just saying forget it. You're just getting slack. Get up off the couch. One movement at a time, but keep moving, right? Plant that right foot, plant that left foot, push up, plant both of them evenly, push up, however you need to do it. A lot of times we use one, then we push off with the other one. Sometimes we got to use both feet, right? And plant them good, and push up, and plant those feet, and plant the feet, and push up. Hey, Tashana. What is, I just saw your comment, Tashana. Your birthday, let me make sure I don't get it mixed up. Your birthday is the 24th, and your daughter's birthday is the 11th. So let me know if I got them mixed up. I think I got them right. So your daughter is a Capricorn, and you're Aquarius. I think that's what it is. Mad Dog says true. Trucker's wife says Lion's pride. Hey there. Yes, ma'am. See, I got it. Now, if I hadn't seen you in here, and I saw you later on today, I don't know if I would have gotten right. But I remember. So what did you guys do? Again, I know some people don't take breaks from social media. They just can't. Like, they say they have other things to do, but they never take a break. So over these past 2 weeks, we've been traveling. We've been visiting family. We've been enjoying the holidays, the holiday season. Right? If you want to take a break from work, how in the heck is it that you can't even take a little break from social media? 3 or 4 days to just enjoy your family. Enjoy you. Enjoy yourself. I know that's right, Tashana. I know you do, because sometimes I don't see you. And you do a lot of shorts. But I see you in Aries' chat. And so I know. And then sometimes I won't. Because you probably get tired of this thing sometimes. Because you got some people, if they took social media, they would go berserk. They feel like they got to show you every ingredient they put in a meal, every time they sit to grab a pair of socks to slide on their feet, every time they go into a store to pick up any item. And I'm not talking about just like a little, you know, vlog, like a little, of course we're gonna do that. I'm talking about they got to show you everything. And they got to make sure they clock in every day. Like, it's like it's clocking in for them and they getting paid. And even when you get paid, listen, if you don't blow up real quick or something goes viral, that little change, it don't be worth the hard dedication. Not if you really fulfilled and got a lot of other stuff going on. And you don't have to have a lot of other stuff going on, but just enough. You know, you just have just enough going on. Shoot. Like you and your husband be on the go. Get you a husband. Get you a man. Get you a woman. Get you a mate. Get you some friends, a friend or two. It's hard to find real friends these days. So get you somebody that you can just hang out with, at least an associate, an acquaintance. And put the phone down. Put the phone down. Can't go out to eat. Let's say taking pictures for social media. Listen, if I go out to eat and I'm taking pictures, I'll do a little short or something, especially if it looks nice. Take a picture or two. I'm taking pictures for me and them. Me and them. Hey there. Mr. Switzerland wishes you a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Mr. Switzerland. Happy New Year. How are you over there in Switzerland? Hey, oh my gosh. I'm praying for Switzerland too. I heard about the fire that happened over there at the club. So I don't know the details, but I heard about it. And, you know, that's really sad. That's really sad. Tashana says, Happy New Year. That's really sad. But girl, let me tell you something. I usually, a week, I've taken like a week, usually a week, maybe like 4 or 5 days, but like a week for sure, especially when I have to go out of town for work or something. But to intentionally take 2 weeks, girl, y'all, no offense to the men. I was just talking to Shauna and Mad Dog about it, and then Mr. Switzerland came in. So no offense, Mr. Switzerland, you know you stand out amongst the men, okay? I love it when men come into the chat. Of course I love my beautiful women when they come into the chat, but I love it when men come in and give a different perspective, okay? They give us a little testosterone. They add some testosterone to the chat, because y'all know sometimes the chat is filled with women, which is good, but y'all know how that can go. Y'all know how that can go. So when the men come in, they even things out. They even things out. Mr. Switzerland is laughing at me. But yes, I am praying for those families. I never hear a lot of stuff coming out of Switzerland like that. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So wherever it is, whenever something like that happens, you hate it. You hate it for the people, the victims. You hate it for the families. You hate it for the country. If you have a heart, you do. If you have any degree of empathy, you do. Charlie cracking up. Tell Charlie, we be needing some testosterone in these chats. Because listen, all this estrogen, estrogen don't get along with estrogen. Ain't that a dang on shame? Estrogen does not get along with estrogen. And I'm estrogen, so I ain't ashamed to say it. Because, look, my lack of patience will make somebody mad at you in a New York second. And I do lack patience. I have a lack of patience. I have a lack of patience for that BS. And I have a lack of patience for BS. And I have a lack of patience who get mad when you can sniff the BS. I can sniff when you on some BS. Don't get mad because you got sniffed out. Oh, that's Shawanda. Hey, Shawanda. Shawanda says, hey, everybody, just passing through in the YouTube streets. Just wanted to say hello. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for stopping by and letting us be a stop. As I know, you guys are multitasking, right? You're probably in the store. You're probably cooking. You're probably just chilling. But whatever you're doing, you stop out here for a few minutes. And to Shauna, Mad Dog, my moderator. All right. Mr. Switzerland. Shawanda, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping through. To Shauna's husband, listen, we be cutting up on this thing sometimes, okay? I know Shawan, I'm not Shawan. I know Tashana told you. Y'all, listen, okay, listen. Shawanda, Tashana. Y'all, if both of those right there at the forefront of my mind, I'm gonna make that's gonna be a tongue twister. I'm gonna just try to wrap them up together and put them out there. I'm gonna try and say it all together. He said he listens to us and he's so entertained. Listen, Tashana, I know he be so entertained. I bet he be like, oh, I'm so glad I'm a man. I bet he be like, I'm so glad I'm a man. See, I told y'all, I have always admitted to y'all, we got to admit our flaws, right? So that's one of my flaws. I have a lack of patience. A lack of patience for BS. My discernment is really keen and sharp. Even when I don't act like it or I don't say it or I don't mention it, I'm always absorbing it like a sponge and waiting to, take it in like a sponge. Wait until hopefully you don't have to ever release the fact that you know this BS. Because it's social media. You ain't got to eat with these people, sleep with these people, work with these people. And if this is your job, sometimes you have to know how to change your algorithm. If you're working a part of the job and you don't like it, you got to get out of that algorithm. Get you a different algorithm. Change your algorithm, get you a different channel, do something different. Because some of these, I'm gonna make up a word. Some of these women, warmers, they're lurkers. They're women and lurkers. It's like they just won't stop lurking. And then they'll say, well, how you know if you ain't looking? Because I know when I booted your ass from up over here, you was unhappy. And so I check in every now and then just to look at you checking in on me. That's how I know. But we're going to keep moving into 2026. And like I said, make your own goals. Have your own goals. Have your own short-term goals, long-term goals, medium-term goals. And as I tell y'all, as I told y'all last year and the year before, and as playing right now, don't be down on yourself. I know it's easier said than done, because I told y'all my patience is short. So imagine me saying don't be down on yourself. When your goals, you can't meet your goals when you set the time. You say you want to do it within a month. You don't do it. Y'all know what time it is on Walking in Place because we got action. We got traffic. We got action. We got action. We got traffic. Y'all know I like I'm just walking over here. I'm doing the same thing millions of people on YouTube are doing. So I like to try to use different verbiage. Okay? I can't even do that. I got birds. Big back angry birds that be taking my verbiage, y'all. That's why I say we try to be a little bit better. I'm not going to say a new person. You're just trying to be a better person. Because you can only be who you are. And if you want to, you just can't be a new person. You can be a better person. And I guess you could think of it new in those terms. But you are who you are. And there's some stuff you don't want to change. Right? I prefer to be silly and petty. Because if I wasn't silly and petty, the other side of me will come out. And let me tell you something. A lot of the people, a lot of situations, and a lot of the things that go on this app, it's not worth the other side coming out. Okay? It's not worth it. Tashana says, give yourself some grace. I know that's right, Tashana. You have to. You have to. You and me both. I know it. Oh, come on, Tashana. Come on. Hate to see you coming. And then what's so funny to me is some of them hate you, but you know how rules kids go. We weren't even kids, we adults. You hate me because you ain't me. You hate me because you ain't me. I'm like, I ain't never really used to believe in that stuff. I always know people can be envious of each other, jealous of each other, wish that something can go that way for them that's going away for somebody else. But baby, let me tell you, that single black female mentality, single white female mentality, it's strong on this app. It's strong on this app. And that's why I always say, I ain't motivating no grown folks no more. My goals are to motivate kids and young adults. Because I have learned that when you try to motivate seasoned Like my grandparents say, oh, rush the grown folks. Shh. They don't receive it like the young mind does. They latch on. They attach to you like a leech. Like you can't get them off you. You be like trying to shake them off, shake them off. And then you start to realize something ain't right. Something ain't right. You look in them eyes, something don't be right. So you be like, you know what? So the app really can help you in ways, because it helped me learn to be more petty, more silly. Not petty in a way that I'm gonna bother you, but petty in a way that when you bother me, that's how I'm gonna respond. Okay? That mentality is real. Come on. So petty, and that's the way I'm gonna respond. Because you know what you be doing. You know what you're doing. Even though I think you got some mental stuff going on. Yeah, I see it in their eyes. They be knowing exactly what they be doing. You can hear it in the conversation. You can have a conversation with somebody who's acting like they're cool with you. But if you have learned in your life to pick up on words in your real life with people that you see on a daily basis, people that you go to work with, you went to school with, you grew up with, when you start to have that dialogue with people on social media, you start to see those cue words that tell you this ain't this right here. Feed this with a long handle spoon. Feed this with a long handle spoon. And all you gotta do is handle them the way you handle everybody else. You can easily give them a test. See, people don't like being tested. But if you come with good intentions, you don't have to worry about being tested. They don't like being tested. Because guess what? Usually they fail the test. Some of them can't even pass the test for a little bit just to throw you off. You know? Some of them can't even pass the test a little bit just to throw you off. Then they don't want to be tested. If you don't want to be tested, don't be out here trying to learn and observe folks in. Because you can give me a test. I'm either going to pass or fail. What's important is, do I matter if I pass or fail? Certain tests, it matters to me. Certain tests, it don't. Certain tests, it does not. Certain tests, it don't matter at all whether I pass or fail when it comes to interactions with people. Let me tell y'all something. Some tests you want to fail. Because if you fail their test, they get the H-E-double-L on. They get on. If you pass the test, they hang around a little bit longer than you need them to or you want them to. So, certain tests in life, especially if a person is testing you, certain tests you want to fail. Because the sooner you fail it, the sooner you can part ways, right? What's going on, Robert? Hey, Robert. Happy New Year to you, Robert. Happy New Year, Miss Pride. I see them lights out. Okay. Yes, Robert. Listen, the lights are out. The lights are on early, too. They are. And you know I got my lights on me. I got my lights on my clothes. It's something like that. Something so simple as that. I don't even be wanting to say it. Next thing I know, Big Silverback will be talking about, I haven't cut my lights on my clothes. But I told y'all, it's a new year. I'm trying to be a better me. Can we really be new people? We're gonna always be who we are, but we can have a new mindset, right? We can have a new mindset. So for those who want to say new year, new me, cool. New year, new you, cool. But it's gonna always be some of that old you in there somewhere, because you don't want to get rid of all the old you. A lot of the old you is good, right? Right? It's classic. It's antique in a good way. So you don't want to get rid of all of the old you. You want to keep it. So I just want to be a better. Better means you're still human. Tashana says, oh yeah, as soon as you don't play the game, come on, Tashana. They don't want to fool with you. And a lot of times people don't like it when you disagree and you stand in that disagreement. They don't like that. Girl, they do not like that. And I was always taught, listen, even with my kids, I had to let them know when you're stern with your kids, sometimes they even think that they can't disagree with you. It's not that you can't disagree with your parents, but as long as you're a child and you're in their home, you have to do as they say. And you can let your feelings be known and express your feelings. And then your parents still have to, be the one to make that decision on whether they should let you do this or do that. Be this or be that. Wear this or wear that. Go here or go there. It's not because they're trying to weaken you, but they're trying to protect you. So sometimes in teaching like that and being like that, especially if you're real, the world is crazy. Not the world, but the people in the world. And sometimes as parents, we get a little bit too, we shelter a little bit too much. Because then your kids start getting to the point where they won't ask you to do anything. And you start wondering like, well, you don't want to go here or get over there. Y'all ever find yourself asking y'all kids, you don't want to do this or you don't want to do that? Think back. Sometimes you got to really, really think. Have you been letting them do anything? So now they're to the point they just don't want to ask. They want to ask, but they don't. But you don't want them to be like that. So it's like you gotta let them do some things. Or when you say no, and if you say no a lot, you gotta explain. Because they'll get to a point where they don't want to say anything to you at all. And guess what? They'll go through life being the same way with their mates, with their friends. And you were trying to shelter them. But if you did too much, and we don't come with a book, right? If you did it too much, it kind of defeats them, gives them a defeated feeling. So when other people say something to them, they don't resist. It's okay when your kids resist. It's okay when they resist, as long as they're not over the top disrespectful. Because they need to resist sometimes so that you can explain what you're doing. Will you explain it perfectly? Sometimes probably yeah, sometimes probably not. But be more open with it, because you don't want them to grow up not being able to stand on their word. And when I say stand on their word, I don't mean keep their word. That's totally different. I mean stand on their word. If they say they don't want to do whatever with their friends, don't allow the peer pressure to make you do what you don't want to do. With their boyfriend or girlfriend, don't allow the peer pressure make you do what you don't want to do. Make you go where you don't want to go. Make you say what you don't want to say. Make you behave in a way that you really don't want to behave. Make you follow the crowd. Make you follow a leader. It's okay to follow a leader, right? But make sure that the leader is worth following. The best leaders have once followed somebody. You may have an anomaly, right? Where it's not used when they just came out just leading, right? Some people are like that. They're just leaders. They don't really do well following, not because it's a bad thing. They just like to take the initiative. So when you're like that on your channel, on your social media platforms, when you say what you say and you mean what you say and it is what you say, some people don't like that. They want to change you, or they want to say, well, maybe you saw it this way, or maybe you could do, nah, maybe you could do it that way. It works for you, or it happened to you that way. And some things we go through in life are similar, but I ain't handling it that way. I'm not going to handle it that way. So some people can't understand that. Robert says, I'm going to slow down a little bit, y'all, because it's been 30 minutes. So I just wanted to get this 30 minutes in. I'm going to slow down so I can read a few comments. Said, oh yeah, as soon as you don't play the game, they don't want to fool with you. Okay, I saw that. Exactly, Shoshana, exactly. I'm in Ohio, 30 miles from Erie, Pennsylvania, at a truck stop. Snow is on the ground. Be safe. Be safe, Robert. That's right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And do that however many times out of the day that you need to do that. You need to inhale, pull in that good old oxygen. Pull in some extra oxygen so they can go through your circulatory system and into that brain, into your heart, into every cell fiber of your body, okay? And then exhale. Push it out. Inhale. Exhale that CO2, that carbon dioxide and other waste, other gaseous materials. Inhale. Exhale. All right? All right? I wish I was rolling to Arizona. What's going on in Arizona? Oh, because I know it's not snowing in Arizona. It's probably, what, 70 degrees in Arizona? Be safe, Robert. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe, 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 safe. So we're going to talk about some of these R words, y'all. We're still going to see what I'm talking about. Some things you need to continue to do. You carry over into the next year. They're good things, right? And y'all know the favorite letter is R. So it's good to what? Rest. Hope that you guys have gotten some rest. I know some of you may have had a couple of days off these past couple of weeks. I hope that you, and I know it's a holiday, so you're probably ripping and running, cooking and doing some things, but always do what I tell you to do each and every day. For 15 minutes, 10 minutes, minimum. Take some time for you, for yourself. And like Robert said, we want to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Take those arms and swoop them out like an airplane. Take them up over your head. Pull them back around to the front of your body. Inhale, exhale. Okay? All right? You want to get some cardiovascular aerobic activity in each and every day if you can. But for those of you who are just beginning, or you may be new, may not be new to this, you're true to this. You've established your patterns. So maybe you want to do it 3 to 4 times a week, right? And that helps you to maintain whatever you're trying to maintain, whether it's your weight, your fitness level, your mental health. Because when we're out here moving and we keep moving, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, it's not about just the physical, right? It's about the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the emotional, right? Heart, mind, body, and soul. Heart, mind, body, and soul. So it's about the physical, it's about the mental, right? It's about the emotional, it's about the spiritual. Because those things are what's going to affect your heart, your mind, your body, and soul, right? They play hand in hand. You can write those 4 things down and write the other 4 things right next to them, right? Our Women's Pride 2026, make it work. Rest, relax, okay? Regenerate, rejuvenate, restore, right? Retreat. You trying to get us in trouble? We ain't trying to get in trouble already in 2026, Robert. Listen, we're trying to find mental ways to deal with that crazy mentality right there. That dump, that's what I call that dump. We try, you know how you have to find ways to release dump, right? So you guys, yes, we want to rest. We want to relax. Unbutton the button, the top button on your shirt. Take that fitted shirt off. Ladies, y'all trying to go and look all cute. You done looked cute for the day. It's the end of the day. Take that shirt off, just like you say you take the bra off and sling it on the floor. Men, kick off those shoes. All right? Kick those socks off. Go get those toenail clippers so you can clip those toenails. So relax, rest, relax, release all the negativity that you can, okay? I know that sometimes you're going through things, it's gonna play on you, it's gonna affect your mental, but release as much as you can, okay? Release, resolve the things that you can. The things that you can't release and resolve, God already knows, but take it to him. Leave it to him. I think that's the problem. A lot of times they say, as I was growing up and even now, we don't leave it with him. And that's because we're human. We try to leave it. But if you have a conscience, God knows, God understands. Sometimes you can't leave it. It bothers you. It weighs on you. Just try not to let it weigh you as much, okay? So rest, relax, release, relate, resolve. Relate to what you can, resolve what you can, and release what you can, okay? Remember who you are, who you were, who you are, and who you want to be. All right, it's 2026. Have you thought about who you want to be? You're going to always be you, but have you thought about the things that you would like to improve, the things that you would like to do differently, the situations you would like to remove yourself from, the people you would like to remove yourself from? Y'all know it's the first month of the year. Those gym memberships are popping. Listen, if going to the gym gets it for you, go ahead and go to the gym. And if you feel like you're not going to be committed to going to the gym, just have your little a little mini workout area. It doesn't have to even be a full room. It could be a part of your bedroom. Make a little workout area, right? Most people have one. You don't have to go out and spend all this money trying to impress the app and the people on the app, especially people who've been true to this, right? You don't have to do all that, spending all that money waiting for shipments to come in. That means you ain't been doing this. You ain't been doing this. Because if you were true to this, you would go in their kitchen cabinet and get you some weights. You know that those cans of beans are your weights. That pound of rice, peas, those are your weights. Ladies, we want to be toned. We don't want Popeye arms, all right? You want to be toned from your shoulder down to your wrist. You don't want your forearms looking like Popeye. And you don't want your upper arms looking like Popeye. You want to, I always tell you guys, you want to reciprocate, right? If you work these quads, you got to work these hams. If you work those biceps, you got to work those triceps. And keep the forearm in alignment, okay? In alignment. Do you about 500 crunches a day the old-fashioned way, all right? Some of us got abs up under that meat. We just got to get that meat off. And if you can't get it all off, that's all right. Sometimes you got young people who can't get it all off. So we're not just going to blame it on aging, even though aging plays a part in it. Hereditary, that plays a part. What you eat, what time you eat, when you eat, that plays a part. So just talk with your primary health care provider. Remember, don't do anything I say over here or anything you see me do. That's why I keep it light. I keep it light in my shorts, just general stuff. Keep it light and alive. You never know who's going to get the message that you're disseminating across the social media platforms. So we have professional licenses over here. Yeah, we do. So we do those disclaimers. All right, to protect that. To protect that. To protect that. So I want you guys to, again, rest, release, relate, resolve. Remember who you were, who you are, who you want to be. All right, restore, rebuild, replenish, refill. If your cup is half empty, some see it as half full, it's half regardless. So refill. All right, repour, restore. All right, remove unpleasant people, unpleasant situations, and unpleasant things as much as you can, okay? Be relentless in being who you should be, who you want to be. Be relentless in chasing your own goals and aspirations, all right? Be relentless in being you, because everybody else is taken. You can imitate, but you can't duplicate, all right? Restore faith in yourself, right? So again, I motivate young kids, young adults. Motivate your damn self. My goal is to encourage you, no matter the age. Now, I will encourage any age to continue to do the things that are, necessary, that are good for them, that are conducive to their health and well-being. All right, so I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. Oh, we didn't forget SELF, that four-letter word self. Self-love, self-motivation, self-motivation. If you find motivation from somebody else, that's a good thing, that's fine. But just make sure that you don't become too clingy and attached to it, right? If somebody motivates you to get up, get on up, but you ain't got to follow every place they go, okay? Self-encouragement, self-determination, okay? Self-fulfillment. Self-esteem, self-control, self-respect. And y'all know, don't let bother people bother you. Don't let bother people bother you. All right? Because when they're trying to bother you, it's something about them. And it's something about you that just makes them, it just grinds their gears. It's something about you that grinds their gears. But keep grinding them. Because you got to keep being you, right? So keep grinding their gears. Okay? You guys know I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity with a little petty in it. Okay? Peace, prosperity, and... Okay, I was being nosy, y'all. Y'all heard that whistle? Peace, positivity, and prosperity. And sometimes you got to sprinkle a little petty. Okay? I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity so that you can walk peacefully, patiently, and purposefully into your purpose. Thank you, Robert. Robert says, I know. I know, I know, I know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Mad Dog. Thank you, Shawanda. Thank you, Tashana. Did Tashana keep being Tashana? Okay. You know your husband gonna be laughing. Gonna be having something to laugh about. We all be laughing about this app sometime. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow in the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lines Pride. It's a new year. And if you feel like it needs to be a new you, be you, boo. But listen, trying to be a better me. Not necessarily a newer me, a better me. But that's every day, no matter what year it is, right? So I will see you guys on the next one, okay? Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. If you find yourself in a misery lounge, GYGAG, grab your grip and go. If they come over into your space, your personal space, make them grab their grip and go, okay? Make them grab their grip and go. All right? I will see you guys on the next one. Let's walk and talk with Lions Pride Original. Bye, y'all.